Today we're going to be installing Verus Engineering's two-piece splitter onto a 2013 FRS. Went ahead and I got the two-piece one. You can do the single-piece one. Installation's the same, but I'm just going to be going through this step by step. We already got the car jacked up. We're going to start off with the underside of removing the plastic panel and then inserting the rivets that we need to use underneath, and we'll go from there. So underneath you are going to have a few 10mm bolts taken out, and you can start here. There's one there, there's one there, one here in the middle, and then it's the same on the other side. So we're going to start off with those first. Another thing is too is the installation guide for Verus is online, and that's what I'm using to do this install. So it'll list out everything that you need, and so we'll get that off. This is tough. I damaged this under tray, so that's why it's tough. So don't mind the scratches. Okay, that's out. That bolt will come out at some point. And then, so I got those. Gonna get these down here. Alright, there we go. Now the next thing is, you have these little pop rivets in here that are plastic. You can do a flathead. I have a tool that's specifically for trim removal, so I'm going to try using that. So let's go through and pop these out. Flathead screwdriver, it's always your best friend. There's 10 of these, so you really just want to kind of finagle your way around and get them, unless you're like me and kind of struggle here. There's one. Nailed it. Yeah, so that's undone there. This tool is now starting to come in handy. Sweet. Okay. Just gotta pop. If you can get your hand on one of these little pry tools, highly recommend it. Oof. Okay, cool. Now that that's all out, this whole tray, this floppy tray, it's gonna just slide out. You're gonna get a ton of debris. Put that away, and you're actually not gonna use that anymore, just FYI. So all these clips that you took out, not gonna use. Feel free to just leave them wherever you may need them. Next part is here you have a support bracket for your radiator. You have 3 10mm bolts. You have one in the middle and one on either end. And then you also have some clips up here on the sides that you have to push out. We'll get the bolts first. Okay, there we go. So this part is actually floppy, so I guess I didn't need to do anything with the tabs. I don't know if that's good or bad. So we're gonna hold this out. More debris. Okay. Oh. There's plastic clips on the insides of these connected to this. We're swinging out here, connected to this, and I think that's okay to do it that way. I don't recall it being a problem. So we're gonna just try and get it out all in one piece. There we go. Okay. So this you will still use. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to install these rivets into the holes on the bottom of the bumper that already exists. It comes with some instructions that you can use to kind of read through it. But what you need to do is get one of these bolts, which is an Allen key bolt, and then this black nut here, which is a 9/16 nut. So you will take this and put it through the nut, and then slightly just hand tighten it in there. And then what you'll do is you'll put it through the hole of the bumper. And on the opposite side, you use the washers that come with it, place it down, and then when you tighten this, these will expand and they will sit flush with the bumper. The washer prevents it from pulling through the bumper. They give you extra just in case you mess one up. So we're going to take one of these washers on the inside of the hole, stick this whole assembly through there, and then from here what you'll want to do is have your Allen wrench and then have your box wrench 9/16, put that there to hold it, and then this Allen key will tighten it, and what that will do, there's going to be some resistance at first when you start doing this, so don't worry. When we tighten this, it'll start closing it in. And again, that washer is going to be useful to prevent it from pulling through the bumper. And I'm going to check it. I think we can go further. You want to try and get it pretty flush, like squeeze as much as possible. Go from there. So that should be good. Get this backed out now. It's always a good idea. Take your time on this because you don't want to screw any of these up. All right, now that you've gotten those rivets installed down underneath the bumper, for the BRZ, you do have to take the bumper off for sure. The FRS, people do say that you don't need to and that you just need to remove the grill, but they are two different parts that are molded together and the clips are really sensitive. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the bumper. To do so, there's some bolts up top and some clips, and then some bolts and clips on the sides, and then also to take out the side markers. I highly recommend doing that for the FRS because unless you want to break the clips on the grill, then be my guest. But we're not going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get this done. What we have to do next, now that we have the bumper off, is we're going to be locating the points that we drill into for the support rods. Now these raised up areas is what you want to drill in. The ones that are like indented, you'll see spot welds. You do not drill on these. So from the middle where this masking tape is, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have to drill through numbers 4 and 7. It needs to be 1/4 inch, but I need a starter one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to drill all of them. I'm just going to drill 1, 2, 3. Drill this one, this one, this one, and this one. lost a nut.
You should mention safety rules when you're starting this.
Safety rules?
Yes.
That's in the installation guide, Mom. They can read, right? That nut, like literally everything was on it just now. Found it.
Okay, get there. You were a little high. You were a little high.